Hello YouTube, my name is Nye, you are watching Folk Friend, your one-stop shop for Celtic backing guitar tutorials, and today you join me in the new and improved Finale Music School in Sheffield. If you or your loved ones are in the Sheffield area and you want to learn an absolutely colossal range of instruments and expanding all the time, then check out the website in the box down below. It's finalemusicschool.com. Today's video is going to be about one of my favourite tunes to play along with. It's Ramnee Ceilidh. This tune's great. It's got a really cool little rhythmic feature at the beginning and just some really fun things you can do with syncopated strumming. So I wanted to do a bit of a kind of DADGAD deep dive on this one particular tune. Some of the ways that I incorporate different techniques I've talked about in my previous videos, and how you can borrow things I do for this tune and probably pinch them and apply them to other tunes when you're... Ramnee Ceilidh is a reel in the key of D. It's got some really interesting rhythmic features which I'll get to in a minute, but before we do that I'm just going to play it once through so that you can familiarise yourself with the tune. Something like that. Melodically, I guess the tune's not exactly complicated. It's pretty much da 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 dum. It's a pentatonic scale. Da 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 dum. However, what makes this tune really interesting and fun to play along with is the kind of syncopated rhythmic features. So right at the start of the tune, you've got this dum dum da. And I really like that part, and I like to bump bump bum with the strumming as well to match it. I'm not going to talk too much about why the chords I'm playing work. This does all fit in with my kind of standard 1-4-5 plus substitutions framework. You can find a guide to picking chords by ear within that framework in the corner of the screen, or you can check out my book, Beginner's Guide to DADGAD, Celtic Guitar Accompaniment. But I'm just going to show you what I actually play in this. I'm not going to talk about why too much. So what I do for that bump bump bum is G with the slidable G shape that I've talked about in my previous DADGAD videos. And then I do this, which is D over F sharp, the first inversion of D. Basically it's a kind of substitute for the F sharp minor chord. And then I go down to a normal D with just one finger. And what I'm going to do to match that bump bump bum is I'm going to go like that. So I'm really muting those down strums hard. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of the time with my sort of standard funky reel pattern, the faith pattern as I call it. You can find a guide video to that in the corner of the screen, by the way, as well. So altogether, the first bar of the tune goes... like that. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-dum, ba-ba-da-ba. The next bit of the tune goes like that, and I'm going to put in a 2-5-1 here, which is E minor, just two fingers like that, and then A, I'm going to play exactly the same deal, two fingers, but they've just moved up two strings, so So altogether, the first little part of the A part there is... something like that. After you've done that little section, the tune basically does exactly the same thing again. We've got that's the bit we just done, then it does the same again. The only difference in that second line is that at the end of that line, instead of doing the little run up to lead back into repeating itself, it just stops on a D. So I like to do the same with my strumming and mute that last one to match the tune. So altogether, the first time through the A part is going to sound like this. To the B part. So the B part goes so you've got these quite definite da 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 ba 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 dum bum dum ba dum ba dum bum, that kind of thing. Those real definite strident beats are the ones where I'm going to put my chords. There's two ways you can do this section. The easiest way is with these nice slidable shapes. B minor is like that. And then I'm going to go to an A, which is there. So something like that. The second bit is the same, except that the A is going to become a G. So and so on. I'll just play that with the melody. So you've got and then the tune's going to go. I like to do a little descending run to go with that, running down through the scale from G to F sharp to E minor and then back up to A for my chord 5 section. So it's G, it's that D over F sharp shape that I used before. So E minor, 2 fingers. A, 2 fingers. For the second half of the B part, it's basically the same melodically. You could do the same thing again if you wanted, but what I like to do is just add a really cool little syncopated run at the end. It's the same set of chords, I've just changed the rhythm a bit. So most of it's going to be the same. That bit's different. Now if you think about that, bum bum ba ba da bum, that is the same rhythmic feature as right at the beginning of the tune, so I'm bringing it back round to how it was at the start. Dum dum dum, that's G, F sharp, E minor, G, F sharp minor, D over F sharp, whatever you want to call it. And the last chord there is my rock and roll A. I did mention that there's another way you can play the B part. It's just a slightly different way of playing the B minor and the A. This is a really nice chord, it's a bar chord, but if you want to stay down the bottom of the fretboard, that's a B minor 11 chord. I often use that, I really like the sound of it, but if you're of the school of thought that doesn't really like the jazzier chords with extra notes in too much, then maybe just stick to that one. if I was going to do that for my B minor chord, then I'd do this for my A. That's a really nice A major voicing. I use it a lot in DADGAD. If you prefer, you can also just miss off that finger, which is easier to play to my ear, not so nice as the other one, but... You'll notice as well, if I'm doing that for B minor and that for A, then when I get to G, I keep my little finger on. I do this because it means that I don't have to put it back in the right place when I'm trying to get back to that big B minor chord. And if you're playing any sort of chord where the root note is on the bottom string, like this G chord for example, then adding your little finger on either the A or D strings at the top will always sound fine. So that's always kind of a safe way to be able to get back to more complicated chords easily. Little anchor. So yeah, that's just another thing you can do in the B part if you're wanting to stay down that end of the neck. Yeah, there you go. So that is the Ramnee Ceilidh. That is how I play it if I'm playing in DADGAD. Hopefully it'll give you some cool ideas for fun rhythmic things you could do with this awesome tune. Sign up for the Folk Friend Tour if you'd like to book a workshop with me. I'd very much like to come and visit your local folk club or session, or wherever you can get people to turn up and want to learn folk guitar. That's about it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hit like, hit comment, hit subscribe, do all that good stuff. It helps the channel out, and it will net you my free videos as they come out if you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button as well. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all very soon for more Folk Friend content.